Alrighty. From 22-0 up to 22-38 down at Ellis Park. Maxwell nicked the T20 decider and DDP got wrestled out of his belt. South African sports had a weekend, my friend. It's cut the cuck.
Cut the Cuck. Welcome to Cut the Cuck. I'm Chad. Byron over there. Unfortunately, today, how the Boks bottled Ellis Park, the Proteas versus Australia, Rickus losing his strap in Chicago, what this means for the Rugby Championship race. Stick around for Kak Call of the week and spicy take on Ellis Park aura.
All right. This weekend started with a loss. It was what, Saturday morning for me, Saturday evening for you? Or was it early Sunday for you?
Early Sunday morning for me. I was up at, 2? 2 before that. Yeah.
Was that for both innings, or did you just catch the Australian batting?
I caught the Aussies batting when we had a little bit of hope.
Yeah, it didn't last long, did it?
No, it was a real roller coaster of emotions because I woke up in the morning. I was like, yeah, okay, cool. This is going good. And then when I thought, oh no, we've got a chance here. And then I had to make the call and be like, oh, do I just go back to sleep and wake up for the rugby, or do I stick around and watch cricket? And I was like, oh, in my head I was thinking, yep, we can go back to back wins here. It's going to be a great Sunday.
How wrong were you?
Right. Yeah, it's no good.
So I remember I watched the South African batting innings. Brevis got another 50, got 100 in the game before. Fastest 100, I believe, for a South African in T20. He goes and he hits 50 in this one. And looking at the score at the time, we're like, if he can just get another 20 runs under his belt, should get it easy. Once he went out, it was pretty. I thought at that point it was over. And then when Mapaka picked up those 2 wickets in 1 over, I was like, oh shit, we're back. But then, I don't know, maybe it was the commentators at the end when they had Ngidi come in and bowl the final over.
Yeah.
I think it should have been Mapaka. I know he's young, but like, if he loses it in the last over, at least he gets to learn from it. It would have been great to have Rabada in the final over, but we needed to use these 4 overs to try and get Maxwell out before then. But I don't know, I think it would have been Ngidi had taken 0 wickets the whole innings. Why not give the shot to Mpaka?
Yeah.
That was my thinking. We lost anyway, so it would have been give the youngster a shot. But yeah, that was cock.
It was a bit cock. I was surprised with Ngidi's bowling. He put out way too many slow balls. I thought we had a lot of success with actually hitting pace. That's where we're getting our wickets from.
I think the commentators were saying the same thing. They were like, there's so many slow balls in this innings.
Yeah, I don't know, because there was 2 Maxwell too. And I was just thinking to myself, like, I don't know. Yeah, it was weird. But it was also 2 a.m. and I was watching with one eye open. So I could
that was a bit of a heartbreak. Although I believe until the second game of the series, I think we had lost 11 T20s in a row, something like that, they were saying. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what I heard.
Yeah, well, I mean, I believe it. I've become so out of touch with cricket, though, like, because here in New Zealand, all the games start at 11 p.m., 12 p.m.
You don't get to catch a thing.
No. So I've kind of, like, fallen out of the whole cricket scene. Like, even when I was watching the first and second T20, I knew hardly anyone on their team.
I missed the whole first game. Didn't even know it was on. But then I was lucky enough to watch the second one where you got to watch Brevis just fucking
what a champion. He's going to be
beat that ball to shit.
Yeah, he made it look so easy. It looked like he was in I'm talking the second test now, second match. The way that he keeps his head down and just like punishes the ball, he made it look like he was just in the batting nets.
Yeah, they were talking about it. It looks like he's playing around a golf.
Yeah, like his head was down. The ball was basically already over the boundary, and he's just sitting there like a like a statue. It was good.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
he
look,
what? Yeah.
I'm shit at cricket, so whenever they talk about like the batter's got great technique or whatever it is, I don't know exactly what they're. I enjoy the game of cricket, but I'm definitely not as
Yeah.
skilled in it.
No, when it came to cricket, I was the reserve order boy. It was no good.
I think I played cricket until grade 4,
Okay.
and then you switch from the that like mid ball that's not a tennis ball, but it's not a cricket ball.
Oh, that
It's like
like
a
a
training
rubbery
ball.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah, when you reach fourth grade, you then switch over to the cricket ball.
forgot
And I
about that.
dislocated my finger in like the
Oh yeah,
third training, and I was like, I'm not going to do this. I'm over this sport already. So yeah, that was that.
yeah. And that's Byron's whole cricket career.
My illustrious cricket career, grade
That's why he
one,
didn't
two,
make it because he
three.
dislocated a finger in the fourth grade.
If I didn't dislocate this finger, Chad, people were talking about how great of a pro player I could have
Do you know
been.
what? I believe them. Who am I to say that you were not the next De
You're
Villiers?
trying to say that my fourth grade cricket coach knew more about me and cricket than anyone else in the world. That's pretty
Yes.
impressive.
Yep.
I'll take that as an absolute win.
Yeah. Do we want to touch on DDP before we move into?
Yeah, sure, why not? So this was what, Sunday morning for me, Sunday evening for you,
Yeah, it was like 5 o'clock my time.
6 a.m. Drickers goes out there, and I thought, okay, he's going to lose the first round, maybe the second round. By the third round, he'll get it together. It just never happened. It
No.
wasn't. It wasn't the title fight that everyone wanted. Of course, we wanted mad blitzes and
Yeah.
chaos, but he got put in a crucifix, what, 3 times in 5 rounds?
Almost every round. I'm pretty sure it was 4 out of the 5.
4 out of 5 rounds, he got the crucifix. And I mean, look, he didn't deal a lot of damage to Drickus, um, but Drickus was never in the fight.
Yeah.
In that fifth round, when he tried to sink in that rear naked choke, my brain went into fantasy land for half a second, and I could just imagine the elation of getting your ass handed to you for 24 minutes.
Yeah.
And sink the one opportunity you get, you sink in a rear. That would have been it would have been epic.
I came into the office and watched the fights because the kids and stuff were playing in the lounge and watching stuff. And same, I was no good. Like I thought to myself, oh, I'll have a beer, watch the fight. It'll be good. It's been a day having the last 2 losses. I was like, it'll be fine. Same thought as you. I thought round one, round two, it's going to be all takedowns on the floor, and that's what it was. And then um, I was, I was like, is this part of the game plan? Oaks are smiling in the corner.
Yeah, they were so calm in the corner.
So I felt like it might have been part of their plan to like just weather that storm, and then rounds 3, 4, and
3, 4,
5.
and 5. Yeah. But what I think DC said it, and he said if the plan was to tire out Hamzat, then letting Hamzat ride you from the top is not the way to make him tired. He can ride you for 25 minutes. What you've got to do is get up, get back down, get up, get back down, get up, get back down. That's what was supposed to tire him out. But
Yeah.
he took him down. And I think the thing that was important, also, I think DC said it too. He said he's not wrestling his hands.
No.
So he would stand up, but Hamzat would still have the grip.
Mm.
And then it was just a matter of time until he dragged him back down again.
Yeah.
And then once he got control, Drickus just couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with the division with him there because, I mean, the only guys that really have had any success with him is Gilbert Burns and Kamar Usman. They were the only Oaks that were able to not let him lay and just blanket them with pressure like that. even though they both lost,
Yeah, but
they
I think DC again hit the nail on the head with that one. With Kamaru especially, he stopped the takedown.
yes,
And with Drickus, he DC said it too. He wasn't pushing his head down to stuff the takedowns, and he wasn't sprawling. I think it was in the fifth round. He stuffed the takedown, but he didn't push his legs and
legs.
hips away.
Yeah,
So all Hamza did was then switch from a double leg to a single leg and took him down after that. And then you get a top wrestler like Kumaru, and he can stop that chain wrestling because he's always one step ahead.
yeah,
But Drickus just wasn't. He would stop that initial double leg shot, but then Hamzat either goes to a single leg or he'll take the body, and it was one thing after the other.
yeah. It
Chain
was
wrestling.
it was difficult to watch, especially
It was
like
boring to watch.
it was. But that's what I mean by difficult. Like it wasn't. It was. I think it was the fight that we all expected, but nobody wanted. Is what it was.
Yeah, like if Drickus couldn't beat the shit out of him in rounds 3, 4, and 5, then it was going to be boring. At least from my perspective, because I
Yeah,
want to watch Drickus beat the shit out of everybody. But yeah, now we wait and see, because there's a lot of guys that are now at the top of the
yeah,
division. You've got Kyle
yeah,
Balhayo, and Fluffy Hernandez, who put on that amazing performance the week before.
yeah.
So, and then I don't think Drickus gets an immediate rematch. I think when you
No.
get manhandled, no.
Well, I watched a clip earlier from I think it was MMA Radio on YouTube. They were talking to Morne Fisser, the coach. Morne Fisser said he's not going to let Drickus fight him for an immediate rematch. And also, you've just lost all 5 rounds. You're not going to, if it wasn't close, like
Yeah, it's not close. You at least that's how the UFC works. If it's not a close decision, then you don't get an immediate rematch.
yeah,
Especially with such a busy division.
yeah. And I mean, it's fair. I reckon he might have to have like one more fight and win and beat like a Fluffy Hernandez or a
I think that's the move. I think Ohio versus Hamzat and Fluffy versus Drickus would be a nice.
I think, yeah, it'll be good to see someone that's got really high level like jiu-jitsu go against the wrestling. Because then once you even get taken down, they'll be able to do something else on the ground.
And I think that Fighting Nerds camp will put a good plan together. They're
Yeah, I love them,
they're
eh?
great. Yeah,
God,
they're
they're
great.
good.
They're terrifying.
Yeah,
Even what's her name's Carlos Proctor's spinning back elbow.
unreal. I reckon that oak's
Filthy.
still knocked out.
Filthy. Jeez. Oh, all right. You want to move on to the reason we all came to sit down here today?
I feel like we're just avoiding it, to be honest. It's still hurting. It was just so unseen. I don't know. I guess we can cut into it and see that that
The way it
start.
started, I didn't believe that the way it ended was a possibility.
No, I mean, I was even messaging you because I was looking at it because it was 22-0 up 20 minutes, and I was messaging you saying, "Oh no, it's going to be an 80-point game."
Yeah, you said they're scoring at more than a point a minute. What are we going to do to stop them? Fucking, we figured that out.
Yeah, but I wonder what it was. So, like, because I've been thinking about it, and I watched the game, and then I watched the extended highlights of the game again, and I've listened to a couple other pundits and everything about what they thought happened and everything. And some people make a lot of good points that the amount of changes that we had in the team, like that wasn't our strongest team on the field. But
No.
even when we were watching the game in the second half, we had Williams on the wing and we had Quibus Rana on the field. So like everyone was kind of playing in these weird, odd positions. We didn't have the old school like wing play. And I know that's not Rusty. Rusty's all over
All
the
over the
place and
place.
has
Yeah.
these hybrid players and people that can cover a lot of positions and stuff. Playing a game like that against Italy or Georgia probably will work 9 out of 10 times.
Do
I
you
think
think
we
he just
wrote.
underestimated the Aussie team then?
I feel like
Because he wouldn't have put that squad out against New Zealand.
No, and that's so when he first named the squad, I was still like I thought I didn't had zero doubt in my mind that we were going to lose to Australia. I thought we had this 10 out of 10 times, nothing to worry about. I mean, so did the bookie, so did everyone. Um, in my mind, I thought the reason why he had named that is for building up for the two games here in New Zealand.
Yes.
I felt like he's going to keep Andre, maybe play Andre in this next game, and then ship him over. I don't know. That's what I thought. I thought like he was waiting for his best players to send them over a week early, like he did 2 years back.
Yeah, the year of the World Cup year, yeah, 2 years
Yeah.
ago. Yeah.
So that's what I felt was happening. But I feel like that all got thrown out the window because we can't lose another game. We have to win every single one of our games to win the Rugby Championship, essentially.
So it also depends because I was super impressed with the Aussies.
Yeah.
Super impressed.
Yeah, I'm not taking anything away from them.
So it's I'll take fucking everything away from them. Uh, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with New Zealand, Australia.
Mm,
Because now that New Zealand's beaten Argentina, you would assume that they beat them again next week. And then the New Zealand box games become must win for us, of course.
yeah.
Um, but then you would assume the Aussies would beat Argentina at the moment, the way they've been playing, and you would assume that we would beat uh, Argentina as well. One would hope. So, if we land up beating New Zealand, then what it's really going to come down to is how Australia does with New Zealand in those final two games.
Yeah.
Because it's not outside of reality now, given the results, that if we beat Australia next week, um, and then we beat New Zealand. Oh, sounds tough the way the first week went, but beat New Zealand in both games or one of the two games, then the Aussie New Zealand games become super important for the decider.
If that happens, in reality, we've got a three-way contention, and Australia has a really strong chance of winning the Rugby Championship. Can you imagine from going? And you got to take your hat off to Joe Schmidt and the team because that was cooked. And
It was class. It was
yeah,
brilliant. They played very well. I think for me, the thing that I noticed the most were poor defensive positions from players around the rocks
yeah,
because they made too many breaks down the field, and we just couldn't do it. And I think that was just poor positioning.
yeah.
But if you really want to throw a spanner in the works, we beat Australia next week, and Argentina beat New Zealand, and we go into the next round. Everyone's won one, lost one.
But we have to. So we have to beat Australia with a bonus point next week because they got a bonus point. They got five points from last game. So
Yes,
we
yeah,
have
we
to.
have to beat them with a bonus, and
Yeah,
then
and then
I'm
so does Argentina. Argentina has to beat New Zealand, but with a bonus too,
just to even out the playing field.
just so that it's 5 points. Everyone gets a point.
Whew. Yeah,
One
okay,
thing
that one I'm not so confident on, but we'll see.
I don't know. It was rugby anymore. The one thing that I do feel that will play into the Australians' hands when it's Australia versus New Zealand is so I think one of the things that happened this week for us was our penalties just kept mounting up one
Far
after
too many.
another.
Far
Far
too
too
many.
many. Although I haven't watched the full Kiwi game because I was still in full depression mode and haven't had the heart to watch any other rugby. Um,
Especially to have a broken heart and then to go watch New Zealand win.
yeah, I
It's
couldn't.
just the additional slap in the face.
It's no good. I'm doing what's right for me. I know I won't be able to handle it. But what I was doing, I did keep an eye on the scores that day, and I did see how many cards they got and how many penalties they gave away. So if New Zealand does the same thing against the Australian team, I feel like
It will be a closer game than what we thought of before the season started or competition started.
yeah. But I am. It's the first time I've actually been excited to watch an All Black and Aussie game because over the years it's just been absolute blowouts.
Yeah, there was that one a few seasons ago where they held them to a draw, I think it was, or New
Yeah,
Zealand won in like the last few minutes or something like that. But otherwise, they've
yeah,
all been blowouts.
yeah. I'm looking. I'm having a quick look here. So when did they play them last?
I what I
Oh
thought
yeah,
it would be to
last on the
check.
21st of September they played. It was 28-31 to New Zealand. So that's pretty close. But then the following game after that was 33-13.
Yeah.
That was 24-23. What are we looking at here? September will be Rugby Championship. New Zealand 23-20 and then 7-38. So yeah, but it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun. It's a maybe Rusty. You see, this is the thing. This could all be part of Rusty's plan. You just don't know with what goes on in that
Well,
man's head.
at the end of the day, his biggest goal is to win the World Cup in 2 years. It's not to win the championship
Yeah,
this year.
yeah,
But also, winning is a great thing. So you don't want to not win.
yeah. But Rusty said it himself a couple times. Winning is becomes a habit, and so does
Exactly.
losing.
Man, the thing that also kills me is Ireland is not playing any rugby at the moment.
I was hoping you didn't bring this up. Yep, thanks.
But now they're number 2 and we're number 3. Like I totally get how they calculate the world rankings. I get
Yeah,
it. I get
yeah,
it. But fuck you, because sure, New Zealand won, let them go to first. Then we dropped to second. How do we drop to third if they're not even doing anything rugby related at the moment
yeah. They're just busy hanging out, having a good time.
and getting thrown up the rankings?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened last time too. We lost an odd game and went down. They went above us.
It's just so tricky or so sensitive.
Yeah,
One loss, and you can go. What were we on? Like a 16-game winning streak or some shit.
we went. We lost the one,
Oh yeah,
but
we
we had
lost
like we
to
had like a
Ireland.
90% win rate is what we were at
Yes, and
over
then
the
you lose
last 10
one
games. If I
game.
look at the last 10 games, yeah, it is a bit frustrating. But what changes do you think we have to make, both in team and in tactics for next week's game? Actually, before I move
Good
on to
question.
that,
Good
the
question.
the Aussies, yes, they won, but the tries that they scored, there was two of them that came out of that broken play. Well, one of them was the intercept, and the other one was
Oh, that intercept was heartbreaking.
yeah. The shit thing is, if that ball made it over to the wing, it was it was basically a given try because we had numbers on the side. It would have been great. It was just
Yeah, we had a two-man overlap, and that was the last defender.
yeah. But yeah, back to my point. Both those tries were avoidable,
Go on.
and I don't want to call it lucky. It was good attack by Australia. They did really well to put themselves in those positions and see those
Mm.
gaps. But without those two tries, because what was it? It's 13 points. Yeah, that we lost against it. We've won that game. So it's not like we completely got
We didn't shit
outplayed.
the bed.
Yeah,
No,
we not. Yeah, yeah, we did. But it's not going to be it's not going to be as easy in Cape Town, I don't think, for them. And
no.
I'm
Look,
pretty sure
they
Rusty and
they
the
they
boys would have been. They're probably still doing laps.
yeah. No, look, they got the shit beat out of them. Um, after that, but I don't think that it just seems bad because they scored that one at the very end and they scored the intercept try, so the gap looks really big. But it's not it. I don't think it's that bad. And I also think with the right changes. I think we'll be fine.
What are those changes?
I
Let's
don't want
say.
to change Marco van Staden because he's running the whole of the last game was incredible.
Yeah.
I think fly half's got to change.
Money for.
Byron, we got to go reliable and go Pollard, or we keep up the creativity and we go with Sasha. But I think unfortunately Money wasn't at his top, and he's great. We know he's great, but he wasn't at the top of his game. I might want to change Grant Williams as well. So 9 and 10 change.
Who are you
Who would
changing?
I
Are you
have?
putting in Reiner or who are you putting in for number 9?
I think you put Grant Williams on the bench
Yep, I'm with you.
and you start with Van Rensburg.
Mm,
Because he wasn't, I don't think Van Rensburg was our best scrum half in the games leading up to this one, into the Rugby Championship. But I think he's got the most potential for being the type of scrum half we need.
yeah,
Because
and it goes
he
back to your
controls
point.
the game.
Yeah,
He's not as flashy. I think Van Rensburg at 9 and then either Pollard or Sasha at 10. If I also, I would love to get Colby onto the field, Cheslin. So probably Edward van der Merwe moves either to the bench or doesn't play. Not that there's anything wrong with Edward, but it's Colby. So
it's tough. Eh? It's so tough because you look at any of the back three. I'm looking at the
Oh yeah,
squad
we're
here too.
super spoiled. We're
It's
super
unreal.
spoiled
And if
for yeah.
you saying, oh no, take Edwin off, then you're like, oh why? And he's like, it's Colby. You know?
Yeah, look, Edward did nothing wrong. I thought he played a fantastic game.
Yeah,
But then I look at Edward and Kirtley, and I'm just like, you've got to keep Kirtley on the field. And then you could pretty much put anyone at wing and say Colby's got to start
yeah,
against him. Like he's just the better wing.
yeah.
I would say fuck it all and put Kane and Moody at outside center and just see what happens instead of Jesse Creel. Leave Andre Esterhazy at 12.
You wouldn't bring. I mean, he did score that amazing try with 3 oaks on him.
There's something about him. I don't know what it is. Because the other one's Damien Dialende to play at outside, to put in at inside center.
That's I would have. So for me, I've got. I don't. I like Grant Williams coming off the bench just because he's unreal, like ungodly fast.
And yeah, you
Bring
can
him.
play him at 9, you can play him at 11, play him at 14.
Yeah, so he can be. I kind of want to see us go another 6-2 split against Oz next week. I think Marks comes off the bench just because he. I feel, and I'm not saying because he's not as good, but
I know exactly what you're trying to say, and I agree with you.
he's so good when he comes off the bench. And when Oaks are just a little bit tired, and he's so good as a player over the
He's
ball,
poaching numbers. I wish I could look at the stats on when he starts versus when he comes off the bench. But I'm
so
pretty sure
good.
he steals more when he comes off the bench.
Well, you probably would because he's so fucking good. And then you've got Oaks that are running at, even if you're running at 90% versus 100% Malcolm Marks versus 90% shoe, it's unreal. That's
I
that
agree with you.
margin.
As Bongi starts, Marks comes off the bench. I agree.
Yeah. I didn't mind Sia at 8. I thought he did really
But
well.
he won't play, not after. I don't think he'll play next week.
You don't think?
I don't know how serious the injury is. I haven't heard much about it, but
Yeah, I haven't seen anything either.
it looked pretty serious to me, at least on the day.
Yeah. Um, Pretty much everyone else I keep, at least on the starting, the same. I like Van Staden, Peter Toy, unreal. Can't change him.
Yeah,
Don't.
you can't really make changes there.
And then let me look at the bench. So Bongi is starting. Oh, in Kanye.
Yeah, I think we should reach into some of our other props for this one.
Because this is a must-win game. We have to win this one. Moody, Rana, Quacha's got to be on the bench Franco Mostert, yep, on the bench. So I've got pretty much the bench the same. I wonder if we'll bring Villy in for that experience off the bench. It'll be
We
interesting.
can, but we don't need it.
Yeah.
I'm looking at locks now. I mean, props. It doesn't matter who we bring in to
Yeah.
replace the props that were there, but I think Bowen, Fenter, and Klabakanya didn't have the best games. So probably take two other props that weren't playing and just toss them in. I think it doesn't matter who we pick at prop; they're all fucking good.
Yeah, it's stupid. Because that's another thing. We didn't have that complete dom, and the Wallaby pack was a big pack. They had a lot of weight behind them, so they do have to do that, and they did do well. But we didn't have that dominance that we've had for the last 10 games.
And that's usually where we build from. So we didn't have
Yeah,
that this time. But that's also it's a good lesson for us
yeah,
because we also need to learn how to play the game if we don't have the scrum going our way.
yeah. It's going to be interesting. I'm actually really really excited again. As much as it sucked to watch it happen. Like when you joined in that second half, we were both. There was no words to be said. We were just
Yeah, we were just shocked it was happening. But
yeah,
also we need to remember, you know, Springbok rugby isn't always non-stop victory after non-stop victory. We've gone through periods before where we'll lose 4 out of the 6 games in the Rugby Championship. And none of us liked it, but it was just part of the reality. But I mean, I'd like to not reach that point again, of course. But
it's not
it's
good for
not.
South Africa as a whole when the Springboks are losing. It's just not. It's better.
No, the memes that crack me up when it's like when they're talking about South Africa, and they're like, whenever there's a problem, and then the Springboks arrive.
Yeah, and they win, and then everything goes. I saw that. That was actually hilarious.
But unfortunately, the way things are going now, it's one game, so I don't think there's any reason to panic. But still, it would be nice to not have to worry about it. But it just makes next week more fun because if the way our mindset going into last week's game, we were like, well, we'll beat Australia, and everything will be fine. Now we're gonna go into next week game going. Now we got to fucking play Australia.
Yeah,
It's also kind of exciting. It makes for a much more enjoyable game,
yeah. I am.
and something we can actually stream together on Saturday since I'll be available.
Yeah, Sunday. Yeah, morning, 3 a.m. I'll get the Red Bulls ready.
that that's the other thing I find crazy about the show is the time difference is stupid.
It's ridiculous. I understand. I mean, it's my fault. I should never have moved here, knowing that the time difference was going to be this horrible. But we live and we learn.
Yeah, but when you become Australian, all mistakes just become worse.
There's no need to kick
So
a man while he's down, Byron. There's no need for that.
not only not only have you become Australian, they also beat us. So now you've got to live with that. Yeah. You only got to live for a little bit because we'll fix it up. We'll beat the Aussies, and then you'll feel good about yourself again.
The thing that
But
was pissing me off the most about watching us lose to Australia this weekend was James O'Connor. So I've been supporting James O'Connor because I
the Crusaders,
live in Crusaders Town and support the Crusaders. And I was supporting him and I thought he was doing absolutely great work for them, coming off the bench and doing really amazing things. And then he went and really
did
helped
that to us.
steer the ship to beat us. Now I hope he doesn't play for them ever again. I don't think he's. I think he's actually going over to Europe to go earn some euros, which is yeah. Yeah,
The way
good
to
on
do
him.
it.
Still think he's a dick though.
Well, it's hard to like someone when they beat you.
It is. but you got to respect it because it was good. Like
It was a good game. They were better than us.
they were.
It's
It's
just the
like
facts. They were
yeah,
better than us.
it is.
But now, the New Zealand game is in Argentina again, right? The second one.
So yeah, that'll be a good one. I'll actually have to watch this one. So I don't know if you want to watch that one. We can watch that one together if you want to.
Yeah, I'll be awake. It's at 11 p.m. But yeah, let's watch it. It'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be yeah. Like you said, I'm really keen to see what's going to happen. It has made like it completely shook up the rugby world. No one saw it coming. It's whacked out the whole rugby championship.
It's
Has made it more
exciting.
exciting. Yeah.
It
So-
sucks, but it is
and
more
you know what the thing
exciting.
is, and it is possible because the Argentinians can sometimes just come out of nowhere and play unreal rugby.
If they because they've got a certain amount of flair. If they get the basics right and then they find a way to throw in that flair, it really does make for good rugby. And it makes
And
them
don't
very
give away
hard to beat.
and don't give away penalties. I'll have a quick
Yeah.
suss
But
out now.
if you give the All Blacks 2 or 3 penalties in a 5 minute zone, they're going to score a try. They're just too good.
Yeah. They
Uh,
due. I looking at the scores here from Argentina. Argentina's due for a cracker game. So I'm looking from this year that they've played. So they started off against the Lions. They beat the Lions. That was a they need to do that again. That game they played really well. They almost beat England. They completely thrashed
I
Uruguay.
remember that. Yeah.
So they do.
No, look, they've got it in there.
Ooh, yeah, that's
Um,
going to be a good one. 9 a.m. for me. I'm in.
you're in. All
Sign me
right,
up.
perfect. So that will be Saturday, Sunday for the rugby. And then there's cricket on tomorrow, the
Yep.
ODI with Australia. So we can also talk cricket next week, Saturday, Sunday, whatever it is.
Yeah. That'll
I
be.
guess both games on a Sunday for you, right? Yeah, both games on a Sunday for you.
Yeah. I'll be up from probably 2:30 to get up, get everything ready in here, get a Red Bull coffee or whatever. A coffee machine broke too, so struggle town here. But
Coffee machine broke. Just go to that shop with the photo you sent me so you can also throw out a complaint.
yeah, should. It's actually just up the road too. It's hilarious.
I don't know how to proceed in life. My coffee machine is broken.
I know it's such a
I
first world
can't
problem. I
can't get
actually
out of bed now that I don't have my coffee.
I caught myself complaining the other day, and I was thinking, who have you become? And I don't know if it's just because I'm getting older, or if it's because I'm just almost say because I'm not South African anymore, because I'm not as South African as I used to be.
It's a bit of both, the way, at least for me. Uh, Getting older, I'm loving to complain about everything.
Yeah,
But then also I'm so much the more time I spend away from South Africa, the
yeah,
softer I get.
yeah,
So every time I go home, it like reminds me you're not such a little bitch.
yeah,
And then I leave again and I come home and then I'm here in the Netherlands for like a week and I become soft
yeah.
instantly.
It's the same as me. So when I went back last time, I went and I got the rest of my tattoo done. The night before, I'd broken my hand, got it done, sat there 8 hours, did my thing,
No
came
problem.
back probably like a month or two later, got carpet burn, was bitching for about a week.
But
Got carpet burn, acting like a horse with my kid, and it was I was complaining about it more than my yeah nuts.
well, they say that the worst thing to happen to you is the worst thing to happen to you. So that's
It
your
is.
gauge.
It is.
But yeah, when you're not in South Africa for too long, you do get soft.
It's a thing. So we'll
I
have to.
notice it because I'll speak to people back home and I'll mention something and they're completely nonchalant about it.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, I expected a bigger reaction from you when I said that. And then they open their mouth and
hmm
they talk about and I'm like, Jesus,
Yeah.
I've got it good.
Yeah. When we do, it's unreal.
All right, Chad. It's I gotta go to work.
Yeah. Well, I think that's really it. There's nothing else to talk about. It was a really quick and nasty one today.
Yeah, it was a catch up on all that went wrong in our lives this weekend. Um, and uh, we just got to fix it next week. At least we don't have to worry about DDP next weekend.
Yeah.
The cricket, by the time Saturday rolls around, I believe the series for the ODI will have been decided, unless it's 1-1. The only thing is Bafana are playing tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, I believe they play Uganda, and the winner will go through to the next round of the African Nations Championship.
Yep. And doesn't I'm pretty sure the women's rugby starts too.
That is soon, isn't it? Did you want to do anything for that?
Yeah, I'm keen. Yeah, we play Brazil. Jesus. Times for me, that first game, 1:45 a.m. on Monday morning.
So let's have a look. See. So it starts on Friday, England, USA.
Yeah, I'm keen. I can do that. That most of them are okay times for me. So that first game's at 6:30 a.m.
South Africa, Brazil. Yeah, let's watch it. Look, I don't know much about the ladies' game, but let's give it a bash. Give everyone a fair chance. So we've got Brazil, Italy. Who else is in our group? France.
Yeah, I'll
Now,
tell us
from
that.
what I've watched and going off from sevens, I would say we've recently narrowly lost to Italy and narrowly lost to Brazil. I believe France will thrash us. So our only hope is we have to beat Brazil in that opener, beat Italy in the second game, and then whatever happens against France won't really matter. If we beat Brazil and Italy, we can still go
Yeah.
through.
So we're coming out with some confidence of beating New Zealand. I know it wasn't their full strength side. We beat them
Oh, was the
when
final result of that a win?
yeah, we beat them like 41-24 or something.
Oh, good for us. I remember. Was that the no? That wasn't the one that was on when we were chatting the other day, was it?
That was the no, yeah, that was the highlighter one. Yes, but we played them before and we lost. In the second game, we came back and we won pretty convincingly. But Canada beat us horribly before that. So
Yeah, but Canada women's side is legit.
yeah, so it's gonna be
From
good to
what
see.
I know, the Aussies, the English, gosh, they put them all in one group. Australia, England, and USA in one group. Well, that's the group of death. Then you
True.
expect Canada to go through. I don't know enough about women's rugby to say whether Fiji, Scotland, or Wales has a better ladies side.
Okay, so that's gonna be
Then
our
obviously,
homework for next week. We have to watch women's rugby.
well, I don't mind watching the opener, fucking Australia, England. I'll watch that game. But yeah, New Zealand obviously is topping their group. They've got Ireland, Japan, and Spain.
Yeah,
No
I'm okay.
offense
Yeah,
to any of those ladies, but you can't stop New Zealand. And then our group, yeah, it's going to be interesting. If we can beat Brazil, that makes Italy super fun. And I just don't see us beating France, but that's fine because that's the third game. So if we win the first two, that's perfect.
yeah, and then yeah, France, Italy, and then we'll play. Who do we play in the quarters? Then we will be. What do we pull? Pool D, quarterfinal ones, and Pool C. Who's Pool C? So we will play New Zealand in the
Yeah,
quarters.
if we go through second, then it will be like at the soccer World Cup. The only goal for Bafana is to make it out of the group stage,
Yeah,
and
but I
for
think
this
that'll be.
one, the only goal.
To be fair, I think that'll be an absolute win because we only have one professional women's team in South Africa, the Bulls. There's no other professional women's rugby team in South Africa. So
I
how
did not know
cool!
that.
Yeah, we don't have anyone else. And here they have. There's tons, not tons, but there's like the Curry Cup here, the MPC. There's a women's actual league, and they play before the men's and everything.
Actually, believe I saw. Let me let me Google it before I say it. But I'm pretty sure there's a women's Curry Cup
Oh,
that
is it?
started like recently.
I'm into it. I've actually that there's the women's. Rugby jersey.
Yeah, it's called the Women's Premier Division, and it's got the Bulls won it this year. They beat Western Province 46-31 in the final. But it's called the Bulls Daisies. Then it's the DHL Western Province, the Boland Dames,
Yeah,
Border
checks out.
Ladies, Sharks Women, Free State Women, EP Queens, and Golden Lions Women.
Yeah, the EP Queen
Golden
sounds like
Lions
a
Women.
drag queen club.
The EP. I think the Bulls Daisies is the coolest name. And then it's hilarious for me that it's the Boland Dames. They didn't even call them ladies. And English wasn't even an option for them.
You know, it was just a couple of the boys after a couple liters of brandy being like, "Oh shit, we've got to name these people."
Yeah, and at that point, after that amount of brandy, they can't switch to English. So
Yeah,
it was just what it was.
yeah.
Goodness gracious, look at this. The Bulls Daisies, points for 512, points against 37 the whole season.
That's unfair.
Compare that to who came last, the Lions. Points for 134, points against 293.
Oh,
The
that's
least amount of points scored were by the EP Queens. They scored 89 points the whole season.
the whole season. Shame.
And they got thumped for 326.
And those are all by the Bulls.
God, how do you only fuck
Yeah,
89
that's
points?
unlucky.
All right, so the EP Queens aren't great on attack or defense, but they're still better than the Lions.
That's
Terrible.
yeah. I wonder what the scene is of like how many women actually play rugby. I'm actually gonna check it out. I'm gonna do some digging around in South Africa and see what the actual pool
What it
is.
looks like.
Mm,
Yeah.
it'll be interesting because I think England as a rugby nation have the biggest player pool, like the most actual professional players to choose from. And then I think we won't be very far behind, but I think that's just the men's. I don't know too much about the women's. But I'm gonna suss it out.
No, it'll be interesting. What's that?
No, I'm keen. I'm just keen to see. I'll do some
Yeah, let's
digging
figure
around
it
and
out.
get some
I think it will
stats
be
and
fun.
yeah, we can talk about it next week.
And then we can throw dildos onto the pitch as well.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a wild yeah, let's not talk about that one. I'll cut that out of this podcast.
All right, Chad.
All
Thank
right.
you very much.
Is that all?
I believe that's it. So I guess there's the important things. Like, share, and subscribe. And go fuck yourself.
Yeah. If you want to watch a game, talk cuck, and be either very happy or very upset next week, join us. I guess we'll stream
Usually
it on.
very upset.
Usually very upset. We'll try to do it on both. We can try multi-streaming next week and do YouTube and Twitch. Do you want to do the
Yeah,
outro?
let's try it. Not really.
Really? I lost it. I'll find
it. If you enjoyed the therapy session, subscribe, chuck us a rating, and just enjoy it. And we'll be back to talk more rugby and share all the knowledge that we have on sports that we're not very good at.
Yep.
And pretend to be professionals. And everything we say is 100% true, and none of it is for comedic effect. And we'll see you all next time the Boks play, which will be Saturday.